Well, welcome everybody. Good evening to you. My name is Dave Ives. I'm here in the United Kingdom. And tonight is all about sharing with you the Zinzino business opportunity that's leading a wellness revolution in test-based nutrition. And if you're a guest here this evening, well, welcome to you firstly. If you are someone that may be catching the recording, well, welcome to you also at some stage in the near future by viewing the recording. But the goal tonight is very simple. Zinzino is a company that really is impacting the wellness of many people around the world. And today, never unlike any other time before, people are taking their health and well-being to a different level of seriousness with the unprecedented times we are living through. And tonight, we're going to go through Zinzino, who they are as a company, what they are bringing into the wellness arena with test-based nutrition. And because this is a business opportunity call tonight, I'm going to be going through the numbers to show you what the possibilities are. And if you get a level of interest, it stimulates your thought processes, then you're going to have the opportunity to get back with the individual who invited you to the call and walk through that process of getting some good answers to your questions, because I'm hopefully going to stimulate those questions in you tonight. Because my goal a few short months ago was to just make sure that I could start to address things in my own health and well-being. Because when I was approached about Zinzino, my background is sports. My career professional background was hospitality and corporate catering. But I found myself in my early 50s, not in the best health position, not in the greatest financial position, but I also realized if I didn't change some things about what I was doing, I was going to get the results I was having. And somebody thought enough of me, as someone has thought enough of you, to invite you to join us this evening, just to view the possibility of working alongside one another to make a difference, to impact the health and wellness of not just yourself, but maybe those that you care about, and maybe turn that into a viable opportunity where you can maybe create some life-changing options for yourself because you've been able to take part in a health weather revolution. And so, Zinzino, as we kick off, I want you to understand that it's not a unique perception. If we think about this, in these days that we are living through, prior to even being informed of this unprecedented times where our lives have been restricted, our health is being questioned, and we're trying to protect ourselves. But before even that was made aware to us, you as a human being, whether you're here in the United Kingdom where I reside, whether you're throughout one of the European markets or across the pond in the Americas and the Canadian market, or even down below in the Australian market, we all have the same desire. Surely we all want to be living an optimum healthy life. We want to feel good. We want to stay fit. And more importantly, we want to have as long as possible a lifespan that doesn't mean we're just living, but we are healthy as possible through that period of time. Because over the last 10 or 20 years, life expectancy has deteriorated and the quality of our latter years has been detrimentally in a negative spiral. We're not designed to be that way. And there's got to be a reason why that is the case. Because no matter where we are in the world today, people are experiencing health related problems and they are increasing. Think about it. We have more access to knowledge, more access to nutritional advice and exercise regimes. And yet today we are losing the battle against degenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, diabetes, cardiovascular, skin conditions, bowel conditions. The list can go on. And as a human race, isn't it time that we asked why that is the case? Well, very simply, the reason why we are living through these times is because we really have changed what we used to do. You see, food used to be our medicine, and medicine used to be our food. And we used to eat from the land, and we would, as I used to call crop rotation, if you remember primary school, a little bit of history, we would sow and plow the fields, we would harvest the crops, we would turn that into produce, and we would consume it, and we'd do the same again. Well, when we did that, we most definitely were eating a healthier, more balanced, nutritional diet. But something happened a few decades ago when convenience came in, when choice came in, when options became available through the retailers and the convenience stores, and we was now starting to eat and experience longer shelf life foods because of the additives, because of the processing aspect. We started eating food that was no longer as nutritional as the food we used to eat. Tasted better. Why? Because of the additives and the sugars, and became a very addictive to us. It had the calories we needed, but the wrong calories, so very low in nutrition. And so we now start to see things that weren't around 100 years ago starting to manifest: skin conditions, heart conditions. And the reality of that is because you and I, as human beings, within our DNA, you may have heard of essential fatty acids. Well, essential fatty acids are something that we need regardless. That's why they're called essential. But our bodies do not produce them. We are born in balance, but and science says that we can allow the ratio to widen slightly, a 3-to-1 ratio, three omega-6s, which we need for protection, and it's inflammatory, so but it protects us, and omega-3, which is anti-inflammatory. And so that ratio can be at its best as an optimum 3-to-1. But when we saw that introduction of these man-made foods, these processed foods, we saw those essential fatty acids depleted from our intake. You see, we got to understand also that our bodies do not produce either of these. So we must consume them from our diet. And if they're being depleted from our diet, then we will be consuming not the right nutrients our body needs. But through this processed food, there was a lot of omega-6 content. So we were eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of inflammatory omega-6s, and now we are out of ratio. And what does that mean? Well, very simply, chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation has a consequence. Majority of our degenerative diseases today, the foundation of their core is chronic inflammation, whether it be gut health, heart health, brain health, immune health. Chronic inflammation plays a major role. So the majority of populations, no matter what continent we're on, is significantly chronically inflamed. And the simplest way to explain that to you is that in your body, you have hundreds of trillions of cells, and every cell has a membrane. So whether we're consuming food from our diet, maybe over the last 3-4 decades, the supplement market has been absolutely explosive. And the reason it's called supplements is because we have to supplement our diet, because our diet has been depleted from nutrition. And the consequences of that depletion of nutrition is that the membrane around our cell starts to become hard. So even if we are attempting, after maybe 10 or 20 years of neglect, have you ever had that conversation? You know what? I'm going to start eating clean. And we do it with the right intention. Well, we may lose some weight, we may change our physiology, but it doesn't change our cellular health. We could actually be eating the right food. We could be actually buying the most expensive nutritional supplements out there in the market. And we, with great intention, think we're doing ourselves the best possibility for our health. The reality, that's not the case. Because no matter what we consume, we are today no longer what we consume. We are what we consume if it can be absorbed. And so once our membrane ratio or our essential fatty acids ratio is greater than 3-to-1, our cell now becomes hardened. And we need to get that cell membrane back below 3-to-1. So not only can it absorb the nutrients that we're consuming from our diet and maybe supplements, but then the cell can process what we need and get rid of the waste that can be very toxic. See, if your membrane's hard, if there's any nutrition that does get into the cell, it's very hard for the toxins to get out. See, you'll hear a lot of people say, "I'm on a detox," and they're flushing their system. A detox must start at a cellular level, not anything other. So, where are you? This is the question that was asked of me, and I would ask you to ask yourself. The simple question I was asked was, Dave, do you know if you're in or out of balance? Well, I feel great. Well, no, that wasn't the question. The question is, do you know? I eat well. Well, Dave, that's not the question. The question is, do you know categorically 100% that where you are in your essential fatty acids ratio? No. Well, if you don't know, then you don't know what's going on. See, today the average Brit European is 15 to 1 out of balance. Our friends across the pond are in excess of 25 to 1. We're about to open India as one of the markets. We've been there for 2 years, but we're now officially ready to go in the next few short weeks. But those that have been tested are 27 to 1 out of balance. So, what can we do about that? Well, there's a simple test that we can take. Now, that test in the last 8 years has been taken by well over 620,000 customers. Now, that test is performed by an independent blood analytical laboratory outside of inside Norway, beg your pardon, outside the Oslo University. They've been around for well over 25 years, and they test for the likes of the Norwegian government. Many of the institutions you can see on the screen right now, from educational organizations to other medical institutions. Zinzino is merely a customer to this independent laboratory, but they have sent Vitas, an independent laboratory, well over 600 individual customers, dry blood spots to be tested to get their bloods and analyzed. Well, the results have been alarming. But the great thing about it, within 2 or 3 weeks of taking a blood test, your analytical report will be shown. You'll get your results. Now, 95% of people that have been tested have been well in excess in the danger zone. But the companies or the laboratory is going to test for what you see on the screen, from ratios to indexes to fluidity to mental strength and much, much more. So you take a blood test, and the results have been astounding. Well, I wouldn't say astounding, have been alarming. There is not one continent on planet Earth that is actually healthy on a cellular level. Now, we may have fit bodies and physiology and tan toned and buff physiques. That is not health. That's called fitness. So, and what's more alarming is even those taking essential fatty acids, omegas, even those individuals on average are 7 to 1 out of balance. You can understand why momentarily. So, how can we fix this global issue? In fact, what I'm about to share with you is more of a global pandemic than what we're living through right now. Chronic inflammation, as quoted in 2004 on Time magazine, is the silent killer. And this gentleman here, Dr. Paul Clayton, has spent 5 decades of his life proving, documenting the importance of our 6-to-3 ratio. And through his advisory boards, he's gathered some of the world's brightest minds in the field of wellness and nutrition, and they have been responsible for formulating the products that Zinzino make available. Dr. Paul Clayton, if you want to check him out, you go to his blog and read some of his incredible content, drpaulclayton.eu. He's the top leading global researcher on pharmaconutrition. Pharmaconutrition, which means all natural. And some of our products are patented, and these individuals have got years of experience and evidence of when you come back into balance on a cellular level, you'll start to see better brain function, heart function, bowel function, and much, much more. So back to that second slide. Don't we want to be fitter? Don't we want to be healthier? And don't we want to live a better optimum health lifestyle that we can protect, prevent, avoid some of these things that are starting to happen in latter years today because of our lifestyle and civilization choices? Well, they've shown that through these formulated products, that within 120 days, 95% of those who are out of balance are now back in balance. And the reason that is for one simple reason. Omega-3s are vital. They're the number one consumed nutritional product in the world, but they don't work on their own. You see, most people are only consuming omega-3, which is basically fish oil. And fish oil oxidizes once you consume it within a few hours, so it never gets to the cell membrane to where it is required. What Dr. Paul Clayton and his scientific board have discovered is by adding polyphenols, because in nature, antioxidants, polyphenols are cohabitating with omega-3, which is found in algae. Algae is eaten by the fish. Manufacturers catch the fish. They clean, extract all the toxins and the plastics from the fish, and in the same process are extracting the polyphenols and only leaving fish oil. And people are simply wasting their money. So our formula is unique because the discovery of, by adding the polyphenols back in, it protects that transfer, that journey that the omega has to go on. And we've added vitamin D3 and vitamin E, but we've also discovered that our balance oil, by taking it in the right dosage to your body weight, has a dramatic effect. And so balance oil is our flagship product. This is the product that helps us reduce the chronic inflammation, or bringing our cell membrane into a permeable position so we can absorb the nutrition that's vitally important. We have various options. So my favorite is grapefruit, lemon, and lime. I love that flavor. But we have a soluble version for the people, the younger children who, they don't want to take it and eat. So you can add it to their shake. You can add it to their juice, and they can just take it. Because today, our children are more chronically inflamed than our adults. Ladies and gentlemen, our children are experiencing degenerative diseases way before their time. It's not normal. It's not natural. But because we live in a society today and in a global market that people are just being medicated, we think that's normal. That is not normal in any way, shape, or form. We also have the world's first patented vegan option. See, vegans have a lifestyle choice, and that's an incredible choice to have that they may make. But the challenge with vegans is they do not get enough EPA and DHA in their diet. They get a lot of GLA, and that converts into the latter to the previous two, but not at the percentage that their membrane requires to be at optimum health. And we have the world's first patented vegan option. We also have a soft gel version. So these are our flagship products in a balance oil options. And the great thing about Zinzino is they own the formulation, the research development. They own the whole process from capture to processing to formulation to bottling. And we are the world's first all natural pharmaco test-based nutritional product. We're certified. We're members of a number of organizations that take the environmental issues very importantly. We've been certified by institutions that allow Olympians and professional athletes and footballers to use the product, because if the product's not on one of their certifications, then these professionals can't use it for fear of anti-doping, fear of not being clean. Well, we've just been certified by an independent third party that our products are the best of the best. Of course, we take on board also those conscious emotional concerns that we have as humans. Is it GMO? Is it soy free? Is it gluten free? Is it, you can see on the screen. So this is the highest quality of pharmaco-nutritional products out there in the market. And I did allude to that ours is more effective. And the reason that is because I've explained we add polyphenols. So the things that people have been buying, and I know many people have been spending significant amount of money monthly on products like krill oil, thinking they're getting quality. Well, they're getting a high grade oil, but the oil still oxidizes. Cod liver oil, the concentrated omegas that we all know of, are not simply good enough. So you don't have to take our word for it. You take a test, independent test, establish whether you need it, because if you don't need the products, if you're below 3-to-1, you don't need to take the products and you can get a 100% money back guarantee. But if you're like me, 14.4-to-1 out of balance on my first test, you start consuming the products, and in 120 days, you retest. You receive a second test, and now you've got two independent, individually connected, they're not connected, blood test results. Now, you'll start feeling better aesthetically, better sleep, better skin, elasticity, mental. My biggest one was mental clarity and recuperation. Now, everybody's going to be different, but you'll start to feel, look different. But you're going to have a blood result that will validate why that's the case. And so, as you look at this from a business perspective, there's two things we need to understand is there a need for what you may be thinking about joining? The answer is categorically yes. The world has never been as sick as they are today, and the majority of the reasons is of chronic inflammation. Do people want it? Absolutely. Omegas are the most purchased nutritional product in the supplement market, and no one's ever tested what they're taking. So, this is not a niche market. It's as broad as you like. Everybody needs what we bring to the table. But if you go to a website called pubmed.com, EFSA is a European Food Safety Association. So these are not medical claims by Zinzino. These are medical institutions that validate, prove, and are approved that omegas are vital for your well-being. So when you've got medical institutions with documentation telling us that we need omega-3s, we know our body doesn't consume it, we know we're not getting enough from our diet, and you share with people you care about and ask them, is health important to them? If they're not in a position where they want to believe, find out, explore, you love them and you leave them. Because the first step of reaching our optimum health is we must, there's no ifs, buts, or maybes. We must bring our cellular health back into permeability. So Zinzino are all about test-based nutrition. So our cellular health is one aspect, but our gut plays a major role in today's lifestyle choices. We see things like IBS, we see things like leaky gut. We most definitely know there's a direct correlation between the gut and the brain and ADHD. Now, again, we can't make any medical claims here. Now, I'm not doing that, but just look around at the evidence in your home, in your town, in your county, in your country. There's things happening today that were not around 50 years ago, and we've got to now take personal responsibility. Why would we not want to find out? So Zinzino have produced a product line that will be able to be tested and validated over the coming years. This year alone, Zinzino, through a third party, and Dr. Paul Clayton's Scientific Advisory Board, they have devised a test that will prove that the prebiotic will bring your microbiome into a positive status in a matter of weeks. He's also worked on the most potent multivitamin, a multi-immune food supplement that's a combination of minerals and vitamins and beta glucans that has many functioning aspects to it. But to actually get the content, the quality, the nutritional value of what's in these tablets is impossible to eat through a daily diet. So with these three aspects, the company has created multiple test-based products. But one of the things that's very exciting is what we call their health protocol. Their health protocol is the oil that brings us back into balance. The gut health is restored by our biotic, and our immune, which is paramount today, is boosted by this multifaceted, multivitamin, mineral, and beta glucan compound that protects us. When we take these simple three products and follow step 1, 2, and 3, we will not need any other form of nutritional product in the market because there is no other nutritional product that you can test and validate independently. And one of the products that I love the most is a product called Viva. Viva is what we call the spa for the mind. It's a natural ingredient. It's a nootropic ingredient called Afron. Google Afron. It's been randomly clinically trialed. It's a derivative of saffron, and it's a natural mood enhancer and a sleep aid. Now, in today's global issue, I've not seen the word anxiety as rife as it is right now. People concerned about their finances, concerned about their well-being, concerned about their security. That I've never seen people more anxious. Now they have the ability to take a product that's all natural, that has proven to reduce anxiety, aid with sleep, because it's vital. So this is actually my favorite product. This, you take this within 2 to 3 days, you are going to see a difference. So Zinzino are an incredible company bringing a whole portfolio of all natural products from weight management to skincare line. So if your goal is health and you want to have the most optimum remainder years of our lives performing at the best level of knowing that we're healthy, there is nothing out there that even comes close. And I would encourage you, if that's all you're interested in is, your health, get back with the person, let them know that, hey, you've got my attention. I'm intrigued. How does this test work? And how do I access these goods and serve these products? And very simply, they'll show you how you can start your health campaign and have these products drop shipped to your door in a timely manner on a subscription model. But this is a business presentation. So what we're going to do now is our goal is go help people, customers, regain control of their health. But in doing that, there's an opportunity. Zinzino offers a business potential for those who want to be part of this wellness revolution that we're creating. But before you even think about maybe partnering as an opportunity, you may want to consider some questions. You may want to consider the longevity, the stability, the financial strength of this company. Is it a startup company? What's its reach? Where are they going? Where are they presently? These are the things I asked the founder personally 20 months ago. And the conclusion was it was already successful without me. And it was going to be even greater, a greater success whether I did or didn't. So here for once, Dave Ives could look at this objectively as an opportunity for me to participate in that could change some things in my life. Because if we want things to change in our life, then we must change the things we are doing in our life to get a different outcome. So Zinzino, right now, are in over 37 markets, fully operational. We just opened Australia about a year and a half ago. And in the next few short weeks, you can see the Indian flag there. We're opening India. But prior to that, the countries that we are in, we already have access to 1 billion people. So if the market shares 1 billion people, we know that 95% of those people are chronically inflamed. They just don't know about test-based nutrition. Now, 20 months ago when I joined, the company, after 8 years, had 180,000 monthly customers. They had already tested 270,000 customers. So 20 months ago, 270,000. You saw the slide a moment ago. They're now over 620,000 tested, and we have over 370,000 monthly customers. That can only do one thing to a publicly traded company's share value: send it up. A year ago, it was 1.7 euro. Today, it closed out at 7.64 euros. So in 12 months, they've gone from 180,000 customers to 370,000, and their share value has sevenfolded. So you will be joining, you will be getting involved with a company that's already proven. What you do with it will be your choice. And the company has chosen to go to the consumer market by direct selling channel. Why? Because traditional marketing is dead. E-commerce is the next way of moving goods and services. So retailers are moving their businesses online. So here you have the opportunity, partnering with the individual who invited you, to actually have a piece of that action. You can own a click and order business, an e-commerce website, because brick and mortar is dead. Regardless of what we think, the brick and mortar model will not go back the way we think it is. You only have to look around, the evidence is there. But as these retailers move online to click and order, they still make the money. Whereas what we do in Zinzino is we become e-commerce owners. We have a fully operational website, and we connect our customers to Zinzino. Zinzino ship the product to them, but you make the commission on that product. The second thing to understand is there that need and want? Well, test-based nutrition is the next mega trend. Look how Netflix put blockbusters out of business. Look how Uber has affected taxis. Well, Amigas are the largest market in nutrition. So it's not even, we don't even have to create a need, but there is no loyalty to the suppliers of Amigas. If people can save a penny here, they go over there. If there's 2 for the price of 1 at Morrison's, they go there. If it's a Black Friday on Amazon, they go there. All they're doing is looking at cost for their Amiga, but they've never questioned if their Amiga's working. Out of those 500 million Amiga users, we've already tested 0.2%, and 97% of them have failed the blood test. Right now, the Amiga market's worth $40 billion a year and projected to be a $20 billion a year in the next 30 years. So as we sit here with 500 million Amiga users, a 7 billion global population, with 95% of them chronically inflamed, you would be an early adapter. Hey, have you ever been in a position in your life, if you sat there and said to yourself, if I only knew back then what I know now, I would have taken action? Would you love to have been in that college dorm with Mark Zuckerberg, where he created a platform where the college students could just exchange some pictures, and now rolled it out to be a social media platform for us to show our dinners yet it's a marketer's advertising gold mine. Have you ever searched anything on Google and before you know it, it's up on your wall? You go, how did you know I was looking at a rug? And now you got rug dealers, suppliers, put advertising over your dinner. Folks, way we do business has changed. So how can you be part of this business? How can you work alongside the individual who invited you to the call this evening? Well, very simply, like any business, there's an investment. I was a chef, I was a restaurateur, and I had to invest in a premises. I was an entrepreneur. I had to advertise and invest money into advertising. I had to invest money into fresh produce. I had to invest money into 9 staff. I had to make an investment because it's a real business. But this business is no different. It's a real business, but your startup cost is significantly less. It's less than a good weekend away when you're celebrating. See, we've got 3 ways of getting started. We have an entry level, we have a middle of the road level, but I want to share a moment with you about what we call the ultimate pack. £859. In that, you're going to get 10 blood tests so you can start going and learning how to communicate and get your first few customers. You're going to have about £2,500 worth of products that you and your significant other, your family can get tested, start creating your own transition and your own health campaign. And it's going to be an investment of about 850. So less than £1,000, you now have a fully operational, multilingual e-commerce website that drop ships products to your customers in 37 plus countries without you having to buy stock. The great thing about that pack is that within 12 months, long as we help you working together, get 25 products being used by your customer base. I want to say that again, 25 products being used by your customer base by the 12th month. In the 13th month, you get a full refund of your £859. You got a whole year. You don't have to risk your job. You don't have to risk your career. You don't have to put anything in jeopardy other than make some time available for you to build a business that can have the possibility of replacing everything you've ever earned by impacting the health of others. Then, as a business would, you have your ongoing overheads. In my restaurant days, I had an overhead of £30,000 a month. Staff, wages, VAT, liability, fresh produce, advertising campaigns, digital advertising campaigns, vehicles, lighting, electricity, insurance, public liability insurance. The list went on and on. I had to make £30,000 a month before I could even take £500 a month. Here, 20 months ago, I invested less than £1,000. I had a monthly overhead of £55, and £27 of that was my own product. So to run my full e-commerce business was £28 a month. If you think that's an expense, this isn't for you. You'll pay more of that for a gym you don't go to. Here, you've got a business that you can build globally. And the great thing about it, you know, those 25 products being used by your customers, when you get 10, your £55 is waived, you get your product at no charge, and you only pay for the shipping of the product. So what I was very excited about is because not only now do I have access to products that could be proven to help people I cared about, I could show those people how they could get it for free. Why? If I was your customer and I took the test, proved that I needed the product, I started consuming the product, I took the retest 120 days later and I'm back in balance. I now know I need the product. I'm not going to look at the cost of the product because I understand the value of the product. I stay on the product. Now, if I refer 4 people to you as a customer who are on the same product or greater than me, the company will drop ship my product at no charge, only shipping. Customers can get their product for free. And even people in the business, once they get their 10 customers using products, theirs is also for free. So you can build this part-time, as long as you've got connectivity, through a smart device or a desktop, laptop, computer, doesn't matter. You can build this in your lunch break. You can build this in your pick up and drop off at school. You can turn off Emmerdale and Coronation Street, the things that really don't build your freedom, but maybe blind out the day of the mundane monotony of the day before. Folks, everybody has time for what they make time for. But invest a little bit of time over the next year, build a great secondary income, work from wherever you want to work from, work with people you want to work with, and together as a team, start to develop a compensation remuneration that will build a residual income. And I want to explain residual income very, very quickly. You see, as a chef, if I wasn't flipping burgers, not that I just flip burgers, by the way, but if I just flip burgers, if I stop flipping, I stop earning. If you're an accountant, if you stop submitting tax returns, you stop earning. If you're a dentist, if you stop scraping, you stop earning. It doesn't matter what we do. If we're in a linear exchange, our education for our job, a job for hours, hours for remuneration, when we stop exchanging pounds per hour, our lifestyle is in jeopardy. Residual income isn't that. Residual income is you do something once and build properly. When you build a customer base that's being drop shipped the products directly to their door, as you build your customer base, you're going to get paid over and over and over again. Now, not only do you have an income stream, you have time freedom. See, we've bought into a system that said get a good education, work hard, work up the corporate ladder, realize the ladder's against the wrong proverbial wall, midlife crisis. Now we want to do paintings out of a beach hut, of a sunset, and hopefully we get, I'm joking. We had those midlife crises. Why? We realize what we have done hasn't got what we wanted, and we panic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't find a way of making an income stream while you sleep, you're in linear marketing. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But would it be better to be able to do what you do because you love what you do, Mondays, Thursdays, not Monday to Friday because you need the money, because you found a better way to help others with their health? So Zinzino offer us as entrepreneurs 10 ways of making money. But I'm only going to handle 3 or 4 of those today. And the first one is in your first 30 days, we open your e-commerce web shop. And we're going to help you get 4 products to customers. That could be 1 customer on 4 products. Could be 4 product customers on 1 product. Doesn't matter. We want to help you in your first 30 days get 4 products to customers. Do you think we can do that with the person who invited you, with the support team that's going to educate you, and a support team that will show you how to do that? I'm a chef. You may be partnering with an accountant. You may be a partner with a cardiologist. But guess what? We're all one team. In the first 30 days, go out and get 4 product users. You're going to be called Smart Bronze. You're going to make around 10% commission on those sales. So it's not a lot, about £56. But you're going to make a fast start bonus of about 100. So you're going to make around £150 in your first 30 days for simply getting 4 product subscriptions. Well, Dave, that's not a lot of money. Well, let's be fair, though. You haven't done a lot, right? 4 subscriptions. That's not setting the world on fire. You've told more people about a film and never got paid than getting 4 people who want to get healthy. Next thing we do, we're now going to help you franchise your business. Who do you know? Who do you know who knows someone? Who do you know somebody who's a go-getter? Someone who deals with health and wellness, someone who wants more out of life, someone who's anxious about their economic situation. Who do you know who health's important to and finances are something that they want to improve, secure, or build? Well, within the first 30 days, we will show you how to share with them. Help you start orchestrating your organization, help 4 people get started like you, and you're going to get another fast start bonus, another approximate £200. So in your first 30 days, by going getting 4 subscriptions, getting 4 people on your business, you made around £300-400. Again, not a lot of money. But if you've come in on the ultimate pack at 859, you've got almost 50% of a return on investment of an e-commerce global business. When I borrowed £250,000 from Royal Bank of Scotland to open my restaurant, I knew I wasn't going to get a return for at least 5 years. And here you've got 50% of your investment back in 30 days. The next 30 days, you know those first 4 customer subscriptions, product users? We're going to go and get 6 more. So you've got 10 in total. You're called X Team. And you're going to receive another bonus. So in total, in your first 60 days, I'm not going to go to the nitty gritty, but with some retail commission, with some team volume commission, and with your fast start incentives, you're going to make around £700 to £800. I've just shown you in 60 days, by not doing a great deal, how you can get a return on your investment. These are real commissions. Now I've also shown you 2 very important things. You know you can get subscriptions. You know you can get others who share the opportunity. You've got 10 subscriptions. You only need 15 more, and we've got 10 more months to get it, and you get your investment refunded as well. You made the commissions and earned your investment back. You now make money on your customer base all year long. And long as you've got 25 products on subscription by month 12, you get your 859 back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were ever looking for an opportunity, this is it. This is it. The world needs better health, and people are anxious about their financial security. So that's called silver. Then we have a career path. You can earn retail on all products that you personally refer, from 10% to 30%. When you take your personal customer subscriptions to 25, you're called 18. And now you're going to progress to a 20% retail commission on all sales that you personally do, but you're going to get a customer bonus each month. When you get to 50 customer subscriptions, you're going to make 25% on retail sales above that. And when you get to 100 customer subscriptions, you're going to make 30% on all retail sales above that. But you're also going to qualify for a one-time bonus of £9,000 that's going to be spread over 24 months. So long as you maintain 100 subscriptions, not a new 100 every month, but 100 subscriptions and maintain that, you're going to get £9,000 spread over 24 months as a one-time bonus. You hit 200 subscriptions and you're going to be invited to a global resort on a travel incentive, all expenses paid, when we're able to travel. So you've gone silver, 4 subscriptions, 4 partners, 10 subscriptions in total. That's called 4-4-10. Now, if you want to build beyond that, if you want to build residual income, if you want to build an opportunity that's part of a mega trend that's going to happen with or without us, you want to build a business that's going to generate a revenue stream in your absence once you build a customer base, help others to do 4-4-10. So you help 4 people go silver, you're making £600 to £700 a month in residual incomes with a bonus. Help 4 people go executive, you're now called a diamond. Now these people, they can be personally introduced to you, or they could be people that appear in your organization that you did not even know, but they took responsibility of their own business. They followed a system, they duplicated the basics, and they built their business alongside you. They were a stranger to you, Then they became a partner with you, and then they became a friend with you because you worked together to help them achieve their goals. Diamond, on average, is £4,000 a month. That's without jeopardizing your accountancy business, your restaurant, your dentistry, your parenting. This you can build up to diamond without jeopardizing anything other than turning off the TV and giving up a few Saturday afternoons of playing sport that doesn't make you money, but you can build a business that will buy the time back that you can play sport Monday to Friday because you no longer have to do what you had to do. Money doesn't buy anything other than, they say, happiness. Money can't buy you happiness. No, money doesn't. But money buys us choices, and it's the choices that makes us happy. Help 4 people go diamond, you're a crown. Well, I won't go any further than that because £4,000 is a significant improvement in our choices. Crown, you're going to make 12,000. And you can see that's not even all the way through the corporate ladder. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is get back with the person who invited you. Let them know. You got 3 options. I'm going to be very frank. You got 3 options. Go back to them and let them know you have no interest in your own health and you have no interest in your finances. That's your choice. Let them know, hey, you know what? Timing's not right for me, but timing is right about me doing something about my health. I'd love to be a customer. How do I get subscribed and how do I get the products delivered to my door? Let them help you become a customer at the lowest possible prices. And if you choose to and you want to share those products, let them help you get yours for free as a customer. But if you're an entrepreneur and maybe your timing's right, it doesn't mean you understood everything, but you're in a position of your life like I was 20 months ago. Well, enough was enough. The government is not going to dictate what I can and cannot do. My bank account is not going to dictate what I can and not give or have with my family. My circumstances were not going to dictate my tomorrows. I was ready to take action. I wanted more. I wanted to help more people. If that's you, get back with the individual and let them know, hey, I need to know more. How will this really work for me? What support will you give me? Are you just wanting me to join and leave me to my own devices, or are you really going to be there through a supportive mechanism and show me exactly what I need to do? Well, if that's you, get back with the individual, let them know where you're at. They'll help you. They'll help you get started. They'll show you what to do, the next few steps, so you can, in the next 3, 4, 6, 12 months, help you build a business that will have a customer base that could generate you anything between £3,000 and £4,000 secondary income in addition to what you're presently making. If that excites you like it did me and a few others on the call tonight 20 months ago, then there's never been a better time. Why? The world is sicker than it's ever been. People are scared about their finances, and they are looking for someone who has direction, someone who is going somewhere, someone who can bring them a little bit of hope that tomorrow they can regain control of their futures. If that's you, we welcome you to the team. Get back with the individual. Zinzino is the best in class, all natural test-based nutritional company in the world. And they are leading the mega trend in test-based nutrition. You've just been presented an opportunity of a lifetime. If your timing of opportunity seeking is ready, we would love you to come join us. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the remainder of your evening, and we'll see you all very soon. Take care. God bless.